Well, this has been
Oh,
like
Lord.
a lot of really good information. Like I have a new
Good.
appreciation for my Easy Pass. So it's good to see you, Sue.
Good to see you, Lulu.
Yeah.
It's
So
been a
Sue,
while,
it's been a long time.
like a week. I don't know, a couple of weeks, few
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah. So we met in the at the Quartzsite meetup. Didn't we just have a blast there? It was just such a good time. I just loved it so much.
We were very fortunate to get that meetup as our first meetup because now we never want to stop because it was
Yeah.
phenomenal.
It
Absolutely
was.
phenomenal.
It was. It was so good. What a great crowd, and just
Oh,
all the circumstances that fell into place just made it just absolutely spectacular. Just yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
So
agree.
yeah. So Sue wrote to me this week, and she shared with me some information she had on tolls. Because in my latest video, in my Q&A video, somebody asked me if I had an Easy Pass, and I do have an Easy Pass. I remember when I got the Easy Pass, it was years ago, and I think it was free. I
Mm.
don't know if it's still free, but we'll talk about that. It was free, and I was just like, well, why wouldn't you get it? So you just stick it on your windshield, and then you just drive around the country, and everywhere you go, it just boom, 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 right? And it works out really good for me. You just pick the amount that you want to refresh your account, and I just picked 40. So every $40
Me
that I
too.
go, oh, really?
Yeah, because sometimes there's a delay in hit the charge hitting your account, and if your account gets too low, then it won't work on the next toll. So I'm like, I'd rather throw $40, know I could get through a few tolls than, oh, I'll put $10 in. No, no,
Right,
no.
right,
That's too
right.
much.
Yeah, yeah. So I do 40, and then every time I'll get an email that says $40 was charged to your Easy Pass, and that means I know that I just went through the 40 that was there. So now in my video, on my Q&A video, I mentioned that when I go through Oklahoma, it doesn't work, but it just works, seems to work in all the other states. Every other state I've been through, it seems to work, and I don't know why Oklahoma. And I just mentioned that. So that sparked Sue to share with me a little chart that she put together. You're a very organized woman.
I love I love Excel. I do my whole life is in Excel and Ziploc bags with labels on them. So
Do you have a
I love
label
that.
maker?
I have a couple.
Oh,
Yes.
geez. Okay. All right. So you just orderly, my kind of gal. So let's talk about this Excel chart that you sent me that seems to have a lot of information about all the different states.
As we kind of go through and traveling and stuff, because I've been a project manager and I love data and I'm a huge lister, one of the first things I wanted to do was kind of get all the information that I could about tolls. So we've used toll systems for years. We first used iPass. This was one I bought. The only time I was going through tolls was when I lived in Illinois for a couple of years. So I got an iPass, and that's great, except I have to work with Illinois and I live in Minnesota. So iPass, and this is the crazy part about the toll systems. They are little individual systems, and it kind of all started out like, hey, Bob's putting in a bridge and we're going to charge tolls for that. And then things grew a little bit, and some of them gathered together and said, okay, let's use one thing for all of our stuff. Others stayed separate, like Fast Track in California, I think is completely separate, no reciprocity with any other toll system. So we had this iPass, but then in Minnesota, we had no tolls. And then all of a sudden, not all of a sudden, but they put in HOV lanes, high occupancy vehicle lanes. And if you have two people in the lane, you can travel for free. If you have one person, you get charged a toll. Well, what we didn't realize is that our iPass, which is part of the Easy Pass system, was on our windshield, and it was billing the iPass because it didn't recognize it as, you know, we're Minnesota and we have two people in the vehicle. iPass didn't recognize that. It just recognized it's a toll, and it started charging us. And we got a thing for $40 more has gone into your account. We're like, but we haven't even been to Illinois or any place else. So that's when I started the investigation and found out, okay. So we canceled our iPass. We went to the Minnesota Easy Pass Minnesota, and you'll notice it's got a one and a two. So in Minnesota and maybe other states that have things like this, if we are traveling around together in the van, which we're always together, so we have it on two, and that lets the transponder know, don't charge this account because they got two people in the vehicle. And you're supposed to, on your honor, change it to one if you're just driving around alone. If you don't use the high occupancy vehicle lane, just like if you don't go on a toll road, you don't get charged anything. But when we do, we make sure this is on two, and then we don't get charged anything. So then that started me, hey, I haven't looked at the Easy Pass system in quite a while. I wonder how many states it covers now, because it's been a while. So I had looked up, and Easy Pass actually covers 20 states. And I gave you a little map of that I pulled off the web. So most of those states are in the eastern half of the country. And so with my Minnesota Easy Pass Minnesota, I can now go into 20 states and it'll all come off this account that I have set up. And I, like you, have $40. I have you set a low bar. So say my low bar is $10. And when it gets down to $10, it throws on 40. And I have it directed to my credit card. So it just pulls it off my credit card and pulls it in. Super easy, really nice. I think every state that's in Easy Pass, you can go to your state and get your transponder or sticker. So that's the interesting things too. iPass, transponder, thick. I don't know what they use now. Minnesota Easy Pass, both of these are part of the Easy Pass system. Transponder, you stick it up on the window. But then I said, okay, a couple times, like you, we've gone through Texas, Oklahoma, up the center of the country, coming back to Minnesota. And like a few days later, you get this $9 toll. And I'm like, and you don't even really know you're going through a toll. Back in the day for us, it was a toll booth. There was a lady and she took your change. They don't have that in a lot of the states, especially Oklahoma now.
So you got that in the mail, the charge.
Yes, I got that. It's called bill to plate. They just look
Right.
up your plate. And that happened to me when I was in Texas for work and had a rental car, did my whole expense report, send it in. A couple weeks later, I get a bill that comes through my rental car company. So the rental car company gets charged. They look to see who rented it during that time, and then they sent me a bill. So you can, with a lot of these now, they have, like ours has Velcro on the back. So some states, it's license plate specific. Easy tag is, I'll tell you about that again. But in other places, you can actually move this from vehicle to vehicle. You're not supposed to, sort of like Verizon Internet. I hear people talking about that. But you could take it with you then when you traveled in a rental car and not get those tolls. Um, so as we looked at the Easy Pass, 20 states it covered, so a big chunk of the country. And because there's a lot of states that have no tolls, and my little chart shows no toll states. Like according to the information I found, and I'm not, toll expert Tammy, but according to the information I found, some states have no tolls at all. So it's not like there's 50 states and you're trying to get a toll pass that will cover all 50 states. So we knew we wanted something for kind of up and down in the central states, and I found Easy Tag. So Easy Tag is an actual tag. It's this purple thing, and on the back it's got my Easy Tag number. But what we found is the Easy Tag covers Florida, and our Easy Pass covers Florida as well. So if we left both of them up in the window and we drove through Florida, we would get double billed for everything.
Oh.
So I called down to the Easy Tag gal who was fabulous. And I said, I want to be able to take that off. Well, you can't really. You're supposed to stick it on your window. So here's what we did. Shelly got a piece of plastic, clear plastic, and the front of the tag is adhesive. So she stuck it to this clear plastic, and then we just got some painter's tape and we taped it up to the window. So
So
now,
that purple thing, is that like a thick transponder
no,
like the other ones?
no,
How
it's
does
a
it read that?
sticker. It's got a chip in it, I
Oh,
guess.
okay, it's got
Because
a chip in
and
it.
so we put this sticker up if we're going to go like through the central, states and stuff. But like we're going to Florida in January, we take this out of the vehicle and we just keep in our Minnesota pass because that covers Florida and kind of all the eastern states along the way. Makes a little more sense when you look at the map.
Your Easy Pass says Minnesota. Does mine say Massachusetts?
If you got it in Massachusetts, it probably
Okay, okay,
does.
so wherever you get it, it will say your state, but it doesn't mean it's just
Yep.
for that state. It means
Yep.
that's where you
So
got it.
we got the I pass in Illinois when I lived out there. Then we closed that down. We changed to the Minnesota so we could have this 1 and 2 thing.
Right.
Yeah, so every state is different. So then Lulu, you brought up the SunPass, and I'm like, well, no, what I've got with these, with Easy Tag and Easy Pass, Easy Tag, Easy Pass, I can cover 25 states. So Easy Pass does 20 states, and Easy Tag does Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma, Florida, which is a double, Colorado. Yeah.
So Florida is the only state that's a double.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Okay.
and to avoid getting charged double, if I'm going to go to Florida, I only have my Minnesota pass up.
Right.
So I just take the Easy Pass down. But again, they tell you, no, you have to stick it on your windshield. Well, here's a little workaround. And it worked because when we came back from Arizona and up through Oklahoma, it takes a while to show up on your account. Yeah, I'm looking on my phone on my account, but it did. The tolls actually did show up on there, even though this wasn't really affixed directly to my windshield since it was on this piece of clear plastic and then it was taped, with some painter's tape so we can take it on and off. We say Doris, that's the name of our van. So, because we have one, so Easy Tag, and they're all different. You have to have a tag per vehicle because you're sticking it, they want you to stick it on your glass. So you have to have one tag per vehicle because most people aren't going to peel that off. So we just wrote the name Doris on this one so we would know that it was for that van. And then we have a minivan too that we have a separate easy tag for. Some places want you to put the sticker on your windshield. Other places give you a transponder with Velcro, and I can take it off and put it on a different car. They still register my license plates and stuff, but apparently in the ones with the stickers, um, the license has to match the sticker. So, like, if you go through and they see your license plate is different than the sticker, I don't know, something bad happens. I don't know. But she was saying, well, no, you have to make sure when you get these, and she mailed them out to me, gal down in, I think she was in Texas. And she said, you just have to make sure that you put this number is for your big van, this number is for your minivan. So it's everybody's got their own rules and ideas. This is just sort of the best thing I came up with. When you mentioned SunPass, I started looking at the SunPass. And apparently SunPass has two options. It has SunPass Mini and SunPass Pro and SunPass Pro only. And the SunPass Mini and Pro covers basically all the states that Easy Tag and Easy Pass cover. So it looks like technically you could get SunPass Pro, SunPass Mini / SunPass Pro and get the states that I'm getting. You get 24 states, and that's what I'm getting with the Easy Tag and the Easy Pass. But I don't live down where SunPass is sold. So I'd have to call them. I don't live where the Easy Tag was sold either, but I just called them and I set up an account online and then called them and she, sent me the stuff. So I think it's a horse apiece. It might be easier to have the SunPass because I don't have to worry about taking down my Easy Tag because I don't want to get double billed in Florida. Um, and a lot of times these won't even cover it. Sometimes like the Easy Pass, I think doesn't cover 100% of the tolls in Florida because it's like I said, Bob built a bridge and Bob's going to charge people to go across the bridge. Everything's got a different authority. There's different counties, different state, different authorities. So some of them agree to play the game and all join the Easy Pass. Some of them don't. So for this, I think this for us covers the majority. The Sun Pass Mini/Pro, you have to get both, would cover the 24 states, and our two tags cover the 24 states, but double cover Florida. So, but it's once you get it and once you have it up, oh my goodness, I don't care where I go. The other thing is on like Apple GPS, you know this, you can just say avoid tolls and just go around the tolls. But sometimes you got to go across a bridge, like, or go 50 miles out of your way.
Right. You're going to
You
spend
got
it
to
on
pay it.
gas. You spend it on gas or
Yeah,
you spend it on tolls. That's how I look
right,
at it.
right.
Yeah.
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 So that little chart I put together, I went through and I did everything that's in red is is under the easy tag, so I can pay for it automatically with my easy tag. Everything in blue I can automatically pay with my easy pass, and you'll see that Florida I have easy pass, hide the easy tag, so basically take the easy tag off of there. And then in orange I've noted these are, if with everything I could research, these are states that have no tolls, so I just put no toll state. And then there's a couple of other ones that have either I couldn't find anything for sure, or they have like Alabama. I put four toll bridges. They do have a little local thing called a freedom pass, and it looks like you can use cash or credit cards at some of their tolls. So this isn't perfect. It could change tomorrow. I don't profess to know 100% about all of it, but like California, fast track. Well, I don't go to California that often. So for me, I'll just pay it as I pay it. And some of these other small states too. I don't want to buy a freedom pass. I don't know when I'm going to go to Alabama again. And so I don't want to set up an account. I'll just pay the tolls or they'll bill me by plate. So this serves me well, just getting these two. Or, like you said, if you got the SunPass Mini/Pro, it would cover the 24 states too. It'd be nice if there was just one state for everything, but there's not. And I rest my case.
Well, I have lots of questions.
Good. Ask me.
It's the story of my life. Okay, so on this chart that you have,
Mhm.
um, these ones that have question marks, you just don't know. You couldn't find anything. You
Yeah.
couldn't confirm that they're a no-toll state. You couldn't confirm that they have a pass or that they had bridges.
Or I
So,
couldn't understand it
oh,
because
okay.
Louisiana was like all over the map. And I just went, okay, that's a
You just
question
weren't.
mark.
You
I'll just
just
pay
it
them.
was. You just weren't sure. You weren't sure of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
So,
Exactly.
and all of these other ones like Good to Go, Palmetto Pass,
Those
um,
are
Fast
little
Track,
local
Freedom.
regional
Those are just
passes.
all, yeah. Those are, but you would only get that if you live there. Yeah,
Agreed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if there's anybody that's watching this that comes from any of these states that have question marks, or any of these states that are in the black that have the information that Sue found. If there's anything that you know that we don't know, let us know in the comments. Because then you can update your spreadsheet.
You know I will. Love me a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
One other thing I want to say, as I was looking up SunPass after you mentioned it, I don't I don't believe we paid for this Minnesota transponder, but I think you have to pay for a SunPass transponder. So just know that that's a little bit of a difference too. And I another big reason to get these accounts is you will pay a cheaper, typically you will pay a cheaper toll. So when you go through Texas or Oklahoma and you bill by plate, they might charge you $9. But if you have an account set up and they just automatically bill your account, it might be 450. I've read people saying, "Oh yeah, mine's like 50% less by having this account." So I can't say everything's the same, but I think just because of the overhead for
Right.
bill to plate, they've got to mail you something. Also, and your buddy Luann had this happen. I believe it was Luann that told me she was out traveling for a while, got a bill, and I think it was Oklahoma. And by the time she got home, it was already past the due date. So then they tacked on a fee, a late fee on top of it. So that's another reason to, if you can set up an account like this and cover the majority of states, it's worth your while.
So now the Easy Pass, when I got it, I remember that it was free. Do you know if that's still free?
Yeah, so this Minnesota one, I don't believe we paid anything for that.
But how long
I
ago did you
believe
get
this was
that?
free. This year.
Oh, okay. Oh, all
This year.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these are brand new transponders with this 1-2 thing. Because like I said, Minnesota, we didn't have tolls until these HOV lanes opened up. So if I was traveling east, I had to get the Illinois pass. That was like the closest state to me that had a system under the Easy Pass system, so I could get the Illinois pass, which is Easy Pass, and then use it for all the Easy Pass states. Like each state has their own gig, but they're part. Those 20 states are part of the Easy Pass family, so it's reciprocity to be used in other states. Whatever states are on that list, if you get your local transponder sticker, whatever they give you there, then you can use that reciprocity for all the other. There's a total of 20 states under Easy Pass. And same thing with the Easy Tag. You get your Easy Tag sticker, and it used to be like Texas Tag and KC Tag, and they had all these separate tags. Well, for some reason, and why they didn't include Florida and Colorado in that, because it was just Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, you'd think they would just, those three states, but they included Colorado and Florida too. So they came together now and have this one easy tag that I can get and covers all those states.
So basically, you would get an Easy Pass and an E tag, and an Easy tag. E tag?
Easy tag and
Oh,
easy
Easy tag. Yeah,
pass.
okay.
They're
Easy.
both easy.
They're both easy.
Wasn't that your nickname in high school? Just kidding. Just kidding. Easy Lou.
Easy Lulu. Yeah. Um, if I got an Easy Pass and an Easy Tag, then I could use those in 24 states. The
Yep,
only issue is when I'm in Florida, I have to remember to hide the Easy Tag. But if I get a SunPass, so that works for the same 24 states, I don't have to hide anything. Don't even have to own the other two. And it's going
correct.
to work in the same 24 states. And except I have to pay for that one. The other two I don't have to pay for.
What I could find in a very quick run through last night is it looks like you have to pay for the transponder. And I saw one place that was 19.99, and then unless I was super confused, I saw like Walmart was selling them for 39.99. So maybe I got that wrong. But, you know, 20-30 bucks, I suppose, is
Yeah.
is what you would pay. And you have to make sure to get all those states, you have to make sure you get a SunPass mini slash, it's called on the this one that I gave you. It says to get all those colored states, you have to have SunPass Mini and SunPass Pro. The colors on the map, it looks like the Mini, they don't say it very well here. I think the Mini only covers those ones that have some green on them, and the Pro covers the other ones. It's difficult. Let's just say talk to
Oh,
your
okay.
local SunPass people, and they'll tell you.
You can get these transponders online?
We went into our local, I think it was Department of Transportation. It's really easy. Just look up online, easy. I just put in Easy Pass Minnesota, found out where I could go. I like to do things in person if I can, just like to support local jobs. And, I like to see a face and talk to somebody. And the gal was fantastic. Even gave me extra Velcros in case we wanted to put this in multiple vehicles. How nice.
Oh,
And then the Easy Tag, because I believe this was out of Texas. The website is hctra.org, and that stands for Harris County Toll Road Authority. Well, who is that? I don't know. Somebody out of Texas that started handling tolls, and then it kind of grew a little bit. So it's weird, but that's the website you go to get your Easy Tag. You would think it would say Easy Tag someplace in the web address. It doesn't, but it does when you get onto the website. And like I said, it used to be TX Tag, Texas Tag. They had their own, but now they've kind of gone in with a couple other states. So this one I called the gal, fantastically wonderful person. I set everything up. She mailed me the stickers, was so nice. And so it was a really easy process.
easy.
Just
Easy
yeah, it
process
was.
for an easy pay.
See what you
Ah.
did there? Easy, Lulu. All right, beautiful.
Oh. My takeaway from this, which is something that I didn't know, was that the tolls are lower if you're going through and using a pass.
I did not know that either.
That's really important to know. So if you're resisting getting a pass for your vehicle for whatever reason, even if it costs $20, it seems like if you do travel, especially, we travel in camper vans and we're all through tolls all the time, you're going to be saving money. You're going to be spending money to save
Yep.
money, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think she told me with this Minnesota one, I think she said that these will last about 3 years. There's like a battery in them. And she goes, then you just come in, we give you a new one. I went, oh, okay, that's easy.
Yeah.
Easy. Get it again. I didn't mean it, but okay. Yeah. Yeah. If you can not risk having a late fee, like Luann had happen to her because she didn't get home in time. You don't have to pay for a stamp. You don't have to use a check, to mail that back in, or you can probably pay it online. I'm like living in the 1800s. Um, but you can, and you can get a lower fee, and I don't have to have change. I don't have to do anything like that. I, I don't even know if they have toll attendants anymore anywhere. I suppose they do I think down in when we used to cross Sanibel into Sanibel in Florida, they had an actual person and some toll booths there. But a lot of these now you can use cash. Saw some of them said that they'll take a credit card, so you must, just like when you go in a parking ramp, and you put your credit card up or something. But it's just so much easier to just set the account up. Takes a little time to do, and then you're like, this is easy. I mean, it's so simple. So
Easy. There we go. It's just an
we should
easy,
probably do a commercial for the Easy Pass, easy
easy
tag
breezy,
systems.
easy
Easy
breezy,
breezy.
easy
That's what
breezy.
that's what the new they should have a countrywide easy breezy pass.
I agree. Well, this has been
Oh
like
Lord.
a lot of really good information. Like I have a new
Good.
appreciation for my Easy Pass. Now I've had my Easy Pass for forever. Like I can't
Yep.
even remember
Yep.
when I got it. Maybe and there's no battery problem. No, I've had to have had it for like 10 or 15 years.
This one that we got from Iowa, it's or from Illinois rather. I don't know what's in it, but we never, I mean, we had it for years as well. Never had to replace it.
They
So
don't make things like they used to.
they don't. They
Yeah,
don't. Nope.
even the Easy
So
Pass, they don't come easy anymore.
oh Lord, we're going to take this a long way, aren't we? That's okay. I like it. I like it. Oh, the other, I was going to tell you on this document that I sent you, and it's got links to, so this is Easy Pass, and it's got little buttons on the website. When you go to the website, there's little buttons, and you can touch the button, and it'll kind of tell you which toll roads they cover. And they've even said in the details, it says not all toll facilities in each of these states accept Easy Pass. So that's the rub. If you got Bob in his bridge and he doesn't want to be part of Easy Pass, he's still going to charge you to go across his bridge. So, but if you click on each of the little states that are covered by Easy Pass, when you're on the website, it will tell you exactly which authorities or which toll systems are covered with the pass. So it gives you a little more granularity there.
Very good. Very good info. I think this
Thank
info will
you.
be very useful to people. Thank you so much. Thank you
Good.
so much for
Yeah.
putting this together. Thank you so much for
You
sharing
bet.
it with me and for agreeing to come on this call and share with everybody.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure, a joy.
Oh,
Always good to see you.
so I'll see you in Florida.
See you in Florida. All right. We'll see you in
Yay!
March. See you in
SunPass, Easy
March.
Pass in Florida. See you there.
We're all easy. It's easy. Florida's easy. So, all right. Take care. Talk to you
Bye for
later.
now.
Bye for now.